Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm ShaniFay, mom of two, faith-filled entrepreneur, purpose-driven to help you craft a beautiful life. In today's video, I'm going to take you step by step through how I make this beautiful fall wreath using only Dollar Tree products. Let's get started.
I wake up and live my dream. Someday soon, I'm gonna make it.
Let's start by going through all the supplies that we're going to need for today's video. I picked up this unfinished wood sign from Dollar Tree. Remember, all of these products are going to be from Dollar Tree. I also picked up this wreath form. It is a, it's a 14-inch wreath form, but they do have 18-inch. If you're going to use an 18-inch because you want a bigger wreath, then you're going to need more of the decorative mesh, okay? We're also going to be needing a small bowl. This is just a little foam bowl because we are going to be staining this unfinished sign. We're also going to need a brush, and you're going to need some paint, a little bit of water, of course your decorative mesh. I have 6 rolls here. I also have a different type of decorative mesh, and I have 3 rolls of these, so altogether I have 9 rolls. I have some decorative embellishments. We also have some pumpkins. Now I don't know if I'm going to use everything for the wreath, but I do have everything here just in case. So we have some of these velvet pumpkins. We have them in different colors. I have the purple too, and then we have some of these smaller glittered pumpkins as well, and some of the fall florals. I have some of these mini pomegranates, these little flocked balls. These are like the maroon or burgundy colored ones, and I also have a maple garland here, and I have some of these glittered ferns. I also have a number of ribbon here. I have this ribbon, this chevron print ribbon, the ones with the words. I also have, and these are all these are the 2.5-inch ribbons. I also have some 5/8-inch ribbons here as well. And this ribbon here is not from this year. This is actually from last year, and I will only use it if I need it, but they do have this available in the store. This is just something I already had on hand, but they do have the same print this year, so you can find everything that you see here that we'll be using in your store. Let's start by preparing our sign first. Just going to use a piece of foam board here so that I don't damage my surface. And I'm going to take my bowl. I'm going to add a little bit of this brown paint. Now this one I actually got from Walmart. I apologize. I know I said everything was going to be Dollar Tree, but I actually got this from Walmart. It was 50 cents, and I already had this on hand. However, Dollar Tree does sell acrylic paint, so you can pick it up from there. I don't know how many ounces, if it's like a significant price difference, but I do know that they have it. I also have this metallic color. Now again, all of these I already had on hand, so I'm just mixing the two because I want to give this a nice little stain. So I'm just putting a little bit of each color, and this actually might be a lot more than I need, but that is okay. Alright, and we're going to add a little bit of water to that. Just a little bit to start. And let's mix it. And we'll add more water as we go because we don't want it to be too thin, but it is a stain, but we don't want to disrupt the color. So just going to mix that.
It ain't working out. Some say I'm too uptight, but I disagree. I wake up and live my dream. Someday soon, I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna be worth it. Ooh, everyone who didn't believe it, they don't know worth it. I'm
This is exactly how I want it. If you can see that consistency there, it's not too thick, it's just really watery. So we're gonna go ahead and paint that on. So now that that's all done, we're gonna go ahead and put that to the side so that it can dry, okay? Next step is for us to go ahead and get started on our wreath form. So I'm just gonna cut off the tag. Again, this is a 14-inch wreath form. And I'm gonna need 18 pipe cleaners. The Dollar Tree does sell pipe cleaners in all different colors. I had these on hand, so I did not purchase any for this particular project, but they do have pipe cleaners. I believe it's like 25 in a pack. So, but if you're going to be making more of these wreaths yourself and you want maybe to give them away as gifts, or if you want to start selling them, I would recommend buying them in bulk on Amazon. It's much cheaper than buying them at Dollar Tree. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 18. Alright, so we're going to put 10 pipe cleaners around the outside ring, 2 rings, and then we're going to put the other 8 pipe cleaners on the inner 2 rings, okay? So let's separate them so we don't get ourselves confused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, and we'll put these to the side. So it's kind of it can be a challenge to figure out how you want to space these. I always start on a crossbar. Just pick any random one, and you're gonna put them underneath the 2 bars here. If you can see that, you're gonna put them underneath the 2 bars, and then you're just gonna cross them over and then twist, and this makes sure that it locks into place. And then you're just going to want to eyeball it, because you need all 10 to go around as evenly spaced as possible. So I'm going to go maybe about 3 inches apart on each one. And I'm just going to do the same thing going all the way around. Now we're going to do the 8 in the center. And it's not going to go like in the middle of each one, because there's 10 on the outside and 8 on the inside. So I mean, if you were going to do in between every other one, you would need 9. So you can't anticipate that that will be the case. You just have to try to space them as evenly as possible. So now that your wreath is all ready, now you can start pulling out your Deco Mesh. I'm just going to clear some of these things off of my table so that we have enough room to work. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, if you can see that here, let me zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. I'm pinching together, pinching together, pinching, and I'm just gonna walk my fingers across until I've gathered it all up. And I'm gonna do the same thing to the other one, side by side. I'm just going to walk my fingers across the mesh so that they bunch up like this. Okay. Now I like to start with a clean beginning, so I'm going to cut off all of this excess here and just get rid of that. For this wreath, you'll also need some of these zip ties from Dollar Tree. I forgot to mention that earlier, but I will put everything that you need in the description box below. So you're going to need one of these zip ties. I start at where I put the first one with the crossbar, and I'm just going to take my little bunched up mesh here, and I'm going to put the zip tie underneath. This is going to be my starting point, right? And to make sure it's really secure, because sometimes the pipe cleaners don't, or the chenille stems don't hold it down as good as you would like. You want it to last as long as possible. So that's why we're going to use the zip tie, because we want to make sure it's really, really secure. So we're just going to put that in between the zip tie, and we're going to zip tie that, or in between the chenille stem, and we're going to zip tie that down, okay? And then we're just going to cut off the excess. For this wreath, we're going to use a Pouf Method. It's one of my favorites, and honestly one of the easiest, but I think it really makes a nice full wreath, which is why I want to use it. So we're going to go, you're just going to take your hand down at the base of your beginning here, and you're going to go about 10 inches. Okay, if you need to measure it, you can measure it out. Yeah, so here it's from 8 to 18, so that's exactly 10 inches. So you're going to make about a 10-inch pouf, and then you're going to put that into your next, if that makes any sense. So you're making a 10-inch pouf, and then you're going to slide it here. And actually, I think, yeah, 10 inches, good. And then you're going to put it to your next pipe cleaner, and then you're going to cross your two pipe cleaners. Let me make sure that I zoom in so you can see that good. Alright, so if you can see here, can you see it? Hold on, let me figure out how best for you all to see this. Okay, so you're making a 10-inch pouf. You're taking your fingers at the base of at your starting point, and then you're going out about 10 inches. Okay, and then you're going to tuck that down into your next pipe cleaner, and then you're going to cross the two pipe cleaners just like that, and then you're going to cross them again. Okay, and 2 times should be good enough for this Deco Mesh. All right, and then that's basically what you're doing there. So you're just making, I'll do it again, you're making a 10-inch pouf. So you're starting at the base, and you're sliding your fingers across the mesh till you make about 10 inches. If you want to double check, you can double check on your mat that that's about 10 inches. You can eyeball it if you want. And then you're going to tuck that down in between your two pipe cleaners, and you're going to cross it over. You're going to just cross it, and you're going to do it twice so that you make sure it's nice and secure. You can pouf as you're going along, or you can wait till after. I like to do it as I'm going along just to make sure that my poufs are even. Okay? And we're just going to continue doing that all the way around. I'll show you one more time. We're starting at the base, and we're going out about 10 inches. And then we're going to tuck that down in between our chenille stems, and then we're going to cross over. That's just to secure it so that it doesn't go anywhere, so you can actually see your little poofs. And we're going to need a lot of this mesh because it is very, very light, but it's pretty. It's very pretty. All right, so let's just keep going all the way around.
I'd rather be spending it on working out. Some say I'm too uptight, but I disagree. I wake up and live my dream. Someday soon I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna be worth it. Ooh, everyone who didn't believe.
Alright, when we come back to the beginning here where we had our zip tie, we're just going to put that right on top where the zip tie is, and we're going to use those pipe cleaners to cross the same way we've been doing before. So you see it kind of hides that there, but you know that that beginning part, that beginning section is absolutely secure. So we're going to keep going. Now we're going to move, we're transitioning from the outer ring to the inner ring, okay? So we're going to still do our 10-inch poof. So you're going to slide across the mesh till you reach 10 inches, and then you're just going to move it up, okay? So instead of going how we've been going side to side to side, now we're moving forward. So we move forward there, and then the same thing we were doing before, put it between the two pipe cleaners, and then go ahead and secure it. And you'll just keep going around. So now your mesh is at the forward point, and so you can just keep going around on that row, around, like you were doing, except on the inside. All right, that made a huge difference. That going that third time around made a huge difference. So now we're going to go ahead and use this Deco Mesh here. It's a different kind of meshing. It's a tighter, it's tightly woven, so it is different than the other one. We're going to do the same thing. Just going to walk our fingers up, and we're going to have, but see, this already has a nice little beginning. So we're just going to start on one of the outside rings, and I'm going to secure that with a zip tie. Anytime I'm starting a new mesh, I'm going to use my zip ties, okay? That just makes me feel like it's nice and secure. So I'm going to zip tie that down. Be careful when you're cutting that off. You don't want to cut your mesh. Alright. So now we're doing the same 10-inch poofs all the way around, as much as it will allow us to, okay? Make sure you push it down in there good and secure. I don't know, hold on. Maybe shorter loops. Alright, maybe shorter loops with this mesh because it doesn't fluff quite the way the other one does. So let's do smaller loops. So let's see, 10. So like an 8-inch loop instead of a 10-inch loop. And we're going to secure it the same way we were doing all the other ones. Yeah, that's better. Beautiful. Okay, let's see, do I want to add another one, or would it then look too Christmassy? Might look too Christmassy, so I'm not gonna use any more of the decorative mesh. So we actually have quite a bit left over, but I think this is full enough. So we're gonna go ahead and add our we're gonna go ahead and start adding our ribbons. Little bows, or because then we also have these to add in, and these to add in. All right, I think I'm gonna make one. Now let's see if we can get this garland to go all the way around the wreath before we decide how much ribbon. It's giving me very Christmassy vibes right now, so let's make it fall. Alright, so we're gonna go between the two designs, right, where there's this open space here, and I'm gonna put that, I'm gonna not zip tie, I'm going to use the same chenille stem to tie that down. And then we're just gonna keep going around. Loosely add that in.
I'm gonna try. Work till I die. I'm gonna fail and get up, 'cause I'm not giving up on my dream. I'm gonna cry.
Now this one's actually a little bit more orange, but that's okay. I kind of want to bring some orange into this wreath. Alright. Let's cut out that end. I'm going to tuck it in here.
Work till I die. I'm gonna fail and get up, 'cause I'm not giving up on my dream. I'm gonna cry. Chasing the highs, yeah, the highs.
Okay, so that's what we got so far. Let's flip out this side. You don't want anything looking too flat. We want it to be nice and full. All right, and so now I really want to put these on here, but now I'm feeling like we're going in a different direction, because now I kind of want to put like this orange one, this orange pumpkin in there. Tuck that in there, and then maybe even like a nice little gold one. No, I like the gold one. So maybe make like a little cluster here, a little pumpkin cluster. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. Let me bring our sign back so that we can see how we're looking so far. That's pretty. Okay, so maybe we don't even need a bow. Maybe we don't even need a bow for this reason, because this looks pretty right here. Like I love this, put the sign on there, have a little pumpkin arrangement down here. I don't know that we even need a bow. I'm just taking off the, I love this. I love this. Okay, so let's get the glue gun so we can start gluing some of our pumpkins and stuff down. Which we did. Oops. Yeah, I think after I put the sign on and the little pumpkins, I'm gonna add in a little bit of this orange and even some of these around here, but I don't think we need any ribbon for this wreath. That looks nice, just like this. So, all right, our glue gun is ready. So I'm gonna remember how I have everything here. So I'm tucking this in here. So I am just going to put a good amount of glue. Oh, how if I put the glue stick in there? That would help, don't you think? All right. Now these are pretty light, so they should stay. You shouldn't have a problem with them adhering to the wreath. So I'm gonna put a good amount of glue, and then I'm just gonna go from the bottom with my finger here and kind of just, without burning myself, try not to burn myself. I'm gonna get that to stick there. Okay. And then we want this one here, but I wanted to make sure I get this detail of the stem here. So just gonna glue. Now I do use Gorilla Glue. Dollar Tree has their own glue sticks, but I use Gorilla Glue. Not in my hair. Ooh, that was a low blow, but big facts. All right, so put that there, and then I'm just gonna put this little, tuck this little one right there. So I'm gonna glue it here, here, and on the bottom. So here, here, and on the bottom. Okay, so I want to try to get it to stick in the multiple places. That is so cute! I love it! Oh my gosh, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. I love it. Alright, now, are we gonna hot glue this sign, or are we gonna secure that sign? Okay. Oh, and I forgot I had, oh yes, let's add this. Okay, so I just remembered I had this. I actually bought this at Dollar Tree. I bought it last year, but they do have it this year. I saw it in the store. So again, I don't want to use anything that you can't find this year. Ooh, but look, it just brings the two colors together so well. Can you see that? Oh yes. Yes, let's do it. Okay, so we're gonna add that on there too. So excited. Alright, now for the sign, I need to make holes in the bottom of the sign so I can secure it in 4 places. They already have holes here, but I don't want to really use those holes. I want to use less conspicuous holes, something that I can, like, you know, in the corner that I can cover with like a piece of mesh or something like that. So what I am going to do is, this is it's called a Beadsmith. I actually bought this online at Amazon, and I'm going to use that to make a hole. I'm just going to put a hole down here in the bottom, and it's really like for metal and stuff like that, but ciao, it works just fine on these types of projects. I'm also going to put a hole in the bottom of this corner. I don't want to damage my sign. I just want to make a little hole for my wire to go through. I'm going to be using this floral wire, this 26-inch gauge wire from Dollar Tree. Alright, so I have my 2 bottom ones. Where do I want to put the top one? Alright, maybe I'll just use like... It's so difficult because I don't want to put holes in the side. do that. Okay, that's where I'll put it. I'm just gonna put it in the top of that T. I think it'll be less conspicuous. If not, then I just put a random hole in there. Alright, so we're just gonna roll off a little bit of this 26-inch gauge wire. About 14 inches. I just want to make sure that I have enough to go through the bottom. Alright, and we need 3 of those. Alright. So, we're going to put it through the side. We're going to go through the front. Can you see that? Oh, no you cannot. We're just going to put it through the hole there that we made. And then I'm going to twist that. Alright, so that I have now these 2 sides here. And I'm going to do that to the rest of them. Stick it through. Ooh, I love this. I love this. So excited. Alright. And then, where'd I put my other hole? Oh, up here. Okay, so the reason that I don't want to use the holes that are here is, one, they are way too conspicuous. So if I put this silver wire through them, then you'd be able to see it and it would take away from the beauty of your wreath. So you want to put it as inconspicuously as possible. So like little corners like this where, you know, people may not notice it as much. Okay. So now we're just going to push these down through our wreath. Is all our stuff secure? Yes, girl. Yes, we in there. All right. So now we're going to push these down through to the bottom. I just stick it through the mesh. Stick it straight down through the mesh. All right. Now don't fool with me. Do it right now. Okay. Go through the bottom. And we're going to do the same thing to the other one. Straight down through the mesh. It is not as hard as I'm making it look right now, I promise you. Okay. Good. So we have that now. Alright. So I can just feel it underneath here with my hands. And I don't want my sign to be like too squished down like that, so I want to get enough of a slack on there, enough tension rather, so I'm going to leave it right there and I'm going to just use my hands to tie it underneath, just so we have an idea of how tight we want it. And then we're going to secure the other ones. I'm going to push this down same way we did that side. Right down through the mesh, and same thing with this one, pushing it right down through the mesh. And again, we don't want it too tight, we don't want it to fall off, but we don't want it so tight that it's like, you know, warping the sign and warping all of our hard work with the Deco Mesh. So just going to get it to the right tension, right amount of tension, and then we're gonna tighten it underneath. That's what my hands are doing underneath. You can't see it, but that's what they're doing. I'll flip it over in a second to show you exactly what I'm doing. I don't want it too tight. Okay. All right. That should be good. So now we're gonna do this top one. And again, we're just going to push it down through the mesh. I'm going to do both sides same way. Okay, now see this one here, like you can use a little leaf to kind of hide that hole. So now we're gonna flip it over so you could see what I was doing under here. So I'm basically just taking those wires and crossing them over each other. I'm just trying to create a little bit of tension so that, again, you don't want your sign to be too tight, but you also don't want it to go falling off when you're hanging on your door, or not have it in the place that you intend it to be. Okay. So there we go. We got our pumpkins in place. We got our beautiful little leaves. I'm just gonna like flip some of them over so they're not all facing down. Some of our leaves from our garland. That's what's up. I love it. I love it. Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay. What else? Because I feel like there's more that we can add to it. Oh, wait. This, okay. See, this is what I mean. Like, this side looks like it's dipping because it's too tight. The wire is too tight. So I'm just going to loosen that up a little bit. Okay. Now, I'm going to go around and I'm going to add some of this. I don't know what you call it, but it's a carrot. It's cute. Alright. I'm going to go around and I'm going to add some of that. We're going to do it the same way that we did with the garland. To me, this is just going to give it a little bit of color, and it's going to give it some body, right? So we're just going to put it in between the in between those pipe cleaners, and we're going to secure it the same way we did everything else. Okay, no difference here. I wish I knew what these things were called though. These are gorgeous, but I don't know. If you guys know what they're called, go ahead and leave it down in the comment section for me, because I have no idea. And while you're down there in the comment section, say hi. I like you guys. I want to engage with you, so say hi, talk to me. We can have conversations. I respond, I promise. For a while there, I was not getting my alerts that people were messaging me, so I did have a couple people message and I didn't see it, and that made me very sad. So I don't want you to think that I was ignoring you. I didn't know. They didn't tell me. Alright, so I'm going to cut this off here. Done with that. And I'm just going to tuck that underneath there. Tuck it behind the pumpkin. I don't know why I do this, but I like to put my signs like at an angle. I don't like them to just be straight like this. I like them a little off to the side. I don't know why. That's you know, in the words of Tabitha Brown, that's my business. That's how I like it. So I'm gonna pull some of these leaves out. We don't want them to hide. We want them to be seen. Some of these little berries. All the beautiful things. Damn, that looks good. But we're gonna put more. We're going to put a little bit more because I really love these orange. So we're going to add them. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to make some little bouquets to stick around. So I'm just going to use my wire cutter. And I actually got this at Dollar Tree. And I'm going to cut off these little feather slash, am I being too extra? I just feel like it adds, you know what? I don't think it's being too extra, so I'm gonna add it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and hot glue the spine of this little leaf thingy. And then I'm going to tuck it in here. I'm just going to tuck that in. And then I'm going to hot glue the stem of this one. And it's just gonna catch on stuff in there. You know what I mean? It's just gonna catch. Let me take these little green things off. I'm taking those little green things off. And actually, maybe this ain't even gotta be that long. You know? Like that. You see? And you were concerned it was gonna be too much. Look at how beautiful. Oh, look how beautiful. Okay. That is the green light to keep going. So maybe let's put one here. Yeah, I'm gonna put one right here. So again, I'm just gluing.
I don't have to party to have fun, you see. I got different hobbies, and that's all I need. Some say life is boring, but I disagree. I wake up and live my dream. Someday soon, I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna be worth it. Ooh, everyone who didn't believe it, they don't know a thing. I'm gonna try, gonna try, gonna try. Work till I die, till I die, till I die. I'm gonna fail and get up, 'cause I'm not giving up on my dream. I'm gonna cry, gonna cry, gonna cry. Chasing the highs, yeah, the highs, yeah, the highs. I'm gonna fail and get up, 'cause I'm not giving up on my dream.
Well, that's it, guys. I thank you so much for watching. Please consider liking this video and subscribing if you like what you see here and you want to see more. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.
I wake up and live